At only 24 years old, actor Tom Holland has already racked up an impressive 31 film credits, according to the International Movie Database. While his list of movies continues to grow, he is most well known for his role as Peter Parker in the Spider-Man and Peter Parker movies. I also found his role particularly compelling as Arvin in the 2020 movie The Devil All the Time. With all these movies exploding in popularity, Tom has seen a definite spike in his net worth, rocketing up to $15 million this year. So with all that money in pocket, how does Tom Holland spend his millions? But before we see where all the Spidey cash goes, make sure you're subscribed to Terrific 10s. Schooling. Granted, Holland isn't spending on this right now, and he was probably never personally spending out of pocket. But somebody paid for the kid who would become Spider-Man to have one heck of a performing arts education. In addition to attending the Brit School for Performing Arts and Technology, with its emphasis on dance, music, and theater, Holland also took hip-hop classes at the Nifty Feet Dance Studio in Wimbledon. Lynn Page was an associate choreographer for the 2000 movie Billy Elliot, and also just happened to also own this dance studio where she spotted young Tom, asked him to audition, and the rest is history. Luckily for Holland and all the Spider-Man fans out there, his family was willing to put forth this investment in Tom's education that led to his discovery. Dog. Tom is a dog lover and a huge softie for his pup named Tess. One little detail about Tess, she's a pit bull, a breed considered very dangerous by many, which is actually illegal in Tom's homeland of the UK. The English government banned the breed in 1991 after the previous decade saw 15 fatal pit bull incidents with humans. While each of these incidents is a tragedy, and yes, pit bulls can be super dangerous, I think what advocates for the breed like Holland are getting at is that these problems are the result of bad training and safety measures, not an inherent problem with the dog itself, which, as Tom shows us, can be quite sweet. More school. When preparing for his role in Spider-Man Homecoming, Tom actually went undercover and attended the Bronx High School of Science, which is a very close real-life version of Peter Parker's school, the Midtown School of Science and Technology in the movie. Over 30,000 students take the admission exam to the Bronx School every year. Only 900 are admitted. With that kind of acceptance rate, you would assume the school surely charged Tom tuition, and that can't be cheap. So once on campus, Tom Holland posed as Ben, cousin to the captain of the school's robotics team. In fact, only a few teachers and administrators were aware of who Ben really was. He played his role as a normal student so well that teachers would call on the new kid to answer questions, and Tom, very much lost at this fast-paced school of technology, would have no clue what they were talking about. Holland recounted his story on Jimmy Kimmel of finally revealing his identity as Spider-Man to a young girl in the back of the classroom. She told him he was nuts, to which Holland replied that he was seriously an actor preparing to play the role. She didn't believe him at all. Not even a little bit. Apartment. Tom bought his apartment with his first paycheck from Spider-Man. The apartment was handpicked by Tom's own mother, who of course wanted her little boy to live just down the road from the family home. Seems that Tom, who has very strong familial relationships, didn't object to residing so close to his childhood dwelling. Family. In that family home we just mentioned, Tom grew up with his father Dominic, mother Nicola, and 3 brothers. He remains tight with each and every one of them to this very day, regardless of his extremely busy film schedule and high-profile existence. So you can imagine that the Christmas and birthday gifts in the Holland family have upped their game since Tom has become rich and famous. I'm sure his brothers have plenty of Spider-Man gear. Movie nights. Spider-Man director John Watts drew much inspiration from the coming-of-age movies from the 1980s. In order to really get this to come across through the cast, he ordered each of them to consume John Hughes movies like The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off with religious fervor. In fact, to make this a little more enjoyable and even provide for some cast bonding, Tom invited his colleagues over to his place for evenings filled with popcorn and 80s movies. ER bills. Filming the kind of movies Tom Holland likes to act in comes with its risks. For Tom, that risk has sent him to the hospital multiple times with a broken nose. As many of you watching out there know, ER bills ain't cheap. The first nose break occurred while filming The Lost City of Z, during which Holland misjudged the landing of his backflip and came down flat on his face. This, of course, flattened his nose, which had to be repaired by professionals who charged a pretty penny for the job. The next injury to Tom's snoot occurred on the set of Chaos Walking. The stuntman got a little too close into it and punched Holland directly in the face, breaking his nose yet again and sending him back, maybe even to the same dog, who had to put Tom's poor nose back together again. If that weren't enough, while filming Avengers 4, Tom wore a suit that impaired his vision, causing him to make a misstep in a carefully choreographed fight scene. This error cost his schnoz dearly, as he was once again bludgeoned right in the nose. Now you know how Tom Holland spends his millions. Not at the level of wealth of other big names you've seen in this channel, Tom is certainly on his way there and shows spending patterns that will, hopefully, not lead to financial self-destruction, but rather to a fun and joyful career. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and drop a line in the comments to let us know how you liked it. And finally, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you right here next time on Terrific 10s.